Alright, I'm back. Whew. It's like a 20-minute break. I might as well just go back to saying 15 minutes. I put a timer for 10 minutes, and then literally after that timer runs out and I'm supposed to come back here, my bladder acts up, or I just take too damn long to eat something. I'm just like, I might as well just say 15 minutes. But yeah, I'm back, so let's keep going. Hi, everybody. I'm still alive, still conscious. For how long, I don't know, but... So far, so good. Wait. Shouldn't do that, that's way too risky. Yeah, fuck that. A little bit of soda. See if we can get my heart rate back up just a tiny bit. A little bit of caffeine, which I'm not used to. I don't like it, but... just a little bit. Greetings, Warrior of Light. Better move this over there. But one pillar of the warring triad remains. Zervin, the Akon known as the Demon. A shake. According to the histories I have uncovered, this monstrous being was worshipped by a race of Mericidian beastmen. These creatures are the key to maintaining Zervin's manifestation, and we can be sure that many such thralls will be imprisoned somewhere within the research facility. It is imperative that we determine their exact location as swiftly as possible. We dare not risk repeating the near disaster we suffered at the hands of Sophia's servants. As such, your fellow Scions have already begun an exhaustive search, but there are several sectors which only you, Kryle, and I can enter without fear of enthrallment. Let us make our way to Azisla forthwith and aid the investigations. Alright, after you, buddy. Or not, I guess I'll go first. Whatever. Oh. So this part's gonna be short. Either an hour or less, probably. Just gonna wrap up this story and then I'm ending the stream, basically. I'm done being OCD about trying to make every part like 2 hours, because that's what leads to me going to bed too late. I'm like, fuck it, if some parts are like 30 minutes to an hour, I can't control that sometimes. Fuck it. Check out that sunset, folks. On a rare, clear weather day. Well, semi-cloudy, semi-clear weather day here in Azisla. Because usually it's always covered in this green murky shit. I don't even get to see the sun. You know, I'm seeing an inspiration for a good photo here. Whoa! Let's see. It's a quick one. Damn, that would be a good one if that fucking tower wasn't there. Oh, whatever. Yeah, so whatever. We gotta go. Leon, it's good we caught you. The facility has been swarmed by Imperial troops. Oh, shit. By their standards, did we judge them soldiers of the 6th? Aye, once more doth regular Van Hydrus stretch forth his hand to seize the forbidden fruits of Alag. And once more have our meticulous wards been swept aside like so many cobwebs. Your meddlesome wards were destroyed from within by the pulsating energies of an Akon. Hey, there he is! The big cheese himself. Nay, put up your weapons and listen. The followers of Zervin have awakened, and they told to rouse their master. We just listened to him like that. The demon's worshippers yet slumbered when we confronted Sophia. Could the tampering of her thralls have been more widespread than we thought? They shared a common enemy. 'Tis not unthinkable that they would seek to free all those the Logans had imprisoned. Yes, yes, the cave's doors are open. Excuse me? And whilst you stand here quibbling over who picked the locks, my soldiers are inside the facility, risking their lives and their sanity. They have volunteered to face death to prevent Zervin's servants from waking him in the fullness of his power. Now, assuming you have at least understood the gravity of the situation, it is time that I rejoin them. But you cannot hope to succeed. The Akon will enslave the minds of any who draw near. Thus did I seek out those with the power to resist his influence. Aid us, and mayhap my men will not perish in vain. So he basically came to ask us for help in a very indirect fashion. You propose an alliance? Yes, that. I have delved into the depths of this place and found its technology wanting. These mechanisms have failed to hold their prisoners, and such broken artifacts are unfit to bring before the Emperor. Twice have you bested me in combat. Will you now lend me that strength and stand against our mutual foe? You lost count. 3 times, asshole. Once, when we were outside, before, in Ozzy's Lot, but we were outside in that quest battle with Estinian helping us. Once again in the etherochemical facility, research facility, before the fight with King Thornton. And then again in that last quest battle. That's 3 times, buddy. Not twice. Don't subtract one. So as in opposing your reckless schemes that Izael was lost to us. Do you expect us to simply forgive and forget all that has come before? I expect you to put aside your emotions and use your better judgment. But of course, I am dealing with savages. Oh, shit! I will not stand here and justify the death of the Ice Maiden. We pursued our ideals and you pursued yours. Such was the result. And mayhap you might consider another point. In these endless clashes, we have all lost comrades dear to us. Yet I choose to put aside past grievances to beg your champion's aid, to appeal to your reason. Thou art willing to build a bridge of common purpose upon such tremulous foundations? I too am hesitant to accept this arrangement, Archon Y'shtola. But the offer has been made to the Warrior of Light, and 'tis his involvement which shall ultimately sway its outcome. I shall abide by Leon's decision. Zervin must be stopped. There's no questions about it. For better or worse, we shall fight at your side. Mistress Kryle and I are also resistant to primal influences. We shall aid you where we can. Then let us be on our way. You ever wonder why Heidelin never chose a Garlean to be blessed by the Echo? I haven't heard of one yet. Is it because of the fact that they're so out of touch with Ether in general? Since they can't use it? Pureblood Garleans, anyway. Flip, activating verification systems. The Empire congratulates you on your victory over Zervin at extreme threat level settings. Oh, this one's out of sync. It's for the extreme trial. The other one was in sync when we last came here, but not that one. Our companions have already passed through to the research facility. We should not lag behind. Well, then let's go. I think it wasn't in sync because I haven't gotten to the point where you unlock the trial yet, that's why. There he is! The demon stirs. Indeed. Like a suckling babe, he feedeth upon the ether siphoned unto him by his thralls. We must needs deprive him of this sustenance. Then we destroy those devices. Means we gotta get past those fuckers first, though. Hold! Witness your soldiers! Oh, fuck, they've already been enthralled, haven't they? Yep. They have turned one against the other. Even half awake, Zervin corrupts and converts those who enter his aura. That means most of y'all better stay back. The three of us, then. Leon, Anukulai. We rush in together and each disable a generator. We cannot give them the chance to rally a defense. Yep. Sounds like a plan. There are 4 mechanisms by my count. If I can avoid the Akon's miasma, my blade will make short work of the last one. My blade? Nice. We, all of us, have pledged our lives to... Keep your lives. I would rather you tend to my fallen. Some may yet survive with their minds intact. I know not if my strength will be enough. I am no champion. The battlefield is no place for uncertainty, boy. Fate has blessed you with a unique talent and an occasion to use it. Do not waste such a gift. We strike! It's like we're going in! You ain't got time to think about it, we're just going. Oh, shit! Headshot. What are some of the other lines from that fucking... Oh, snap! They're doing like a montage thing of everybody kicking ass. Holy shit. God, Zervin is... I'm thinking of a first-person shooter where there's like an announcer guy who calls shit out. Anukulai! Is it Unreal Tournament, or... Ah! Oh, fuck! Get him! It's like a gunblade, but with energy shots. Cerulean, I'm guessing. Hold it, man! You got this! Oh, shit. No! That should have actually chopped him clean in half, but that probably would have been too gory, right? I mean, that's most of it. Oh, Jesus Christ. He slumbers once more. PG-13, yeah. We've already seen 2 censored decapitations, and now... What do you call this? A bisection, but a horizontal bisection? You saved me. Why? I told you, boy. Yours is a gift too precious to waste. A gift the Emperor may one day have need of in his war upon these untamable Akons. Emperor Varus, he raised me up from the ranks, stood against my detractors. I gladly give my life in his service. You must finish this. Slay these leeches upon our star. Kill them all. Kill Zervin. We were allies. Can't help but feel a little something for him. We must needs withdraw and prepare our assault. At the cost of his very life, the Legatus hath prized open for us a window of opportunity. shit, I guess we're staying in here. Not going back out there this time. It is not often that I dare approach so closely to entities such as Irvin. How sharply am I reminded of the burden we place upon those whom are blessed with the echo. Yeah, now you see how dangerous these fuckers are. Why I lost my nerve against Leviathan, but again, we all know that was esteem. His self-esteem was acting up. He's under control now. I had thought Regula a cold and ruthless man, but he showed a surprising compassion for his soldiers. And it also seems he placed great trust in his emperor. Excuse me. If Regula could be convinced that the technology for containing primals is fatally flawed, it may have Varus can be convinced as well. True. These wounded soldiers will live, but further battle is beyond them. I have counseled them to remain here until their compatriots arrive to bear them home. This is a very unlikely sight, isn't it? Forgive me if I show little gratitude for my rescue. It is said that the Emperor and Van Hydrus were childhood friends. Oh, damn. Foul fortune that we should be the ones to bring news of his death. Oh, I guess that's why he said he stood up for him, right? The research facility crawls with Durban's faithful, and they will not cease in their efforts to rouse him. If you would honor the Legatus' sacrifice, then you must slaughter those fiends to the last. Moment of silence. There we go. He's dead. Had I only been stronger. Don't start with that, dude. Then you just keep going and going. That's the worst thing you could always do right at the beginning of something like that, is just start thinking, what could I have done differently? It's not a good idea. You just down spiral into hopeless despair. I know from experience. Enough of that. There will be time for regrets after we rid the world of Zurban. Kyle has the right of it. The demon has fallen back into torpor for now, but we must act swiftly if Regula's death is to have meaning. The survivors speak of an army of thralls loose in the facility, and we must assume that these followers continue their efforts to awaken the Aegon. Let us then concentrate upon diverting them from their task. Mistress Kryl and Master Anukalai, prithee secure the controls to Zurvan's shackles and limit the restoration of his might. Arconia Stola and I shall forge ahead and strike down those thralls as would seek to harry you. Warrior of Light, thine is, as ever, the most perilous duty. Gather to thee thy trusted companions and extinguish from this realm the fires of the demon himself. And count on me. The Legatus spoke truly. The thick of battle is no place to question oneself, and I will accept any forthcoming duty with certitude or not at all. Confidence, my boy. The last pillar of the Warring Triad is set to fall. Let's see this to the end, Leon. I think we're in the same little instance as when you fight King Thornton, right? Like, that guy over there, that cat boy over there is probably waiting for his duty to pop for King Thornton. Maybe he's not even doing this. I think it's the same spot. The same instance. Koro. Yeah, see, he's in a long-ass cutscene, so he's either watching the one I did, or he's watching the one with Thornton killing La Habrea. It's gotta be. I want to know if he had a search info to explain his name, Poro. I was like, what? What's Poro? Confront Zurvan in Containment Bay Z1T9. 7. Z1T9. Yeah, there it is. It has to be. It has both options. Singularity Reactor for King Thornton and Containment Bay Z1T9 for Zurvan. Only one pillar of the Warring Triad remains. Zurvan, the demon. Worshipped by a Mericidian race of centaur-like beings, this Aegon manifested upon the physical plane as an embodiment of eternal victory. And yet, despite his godlike might, Zurvan was captured. He has languished in his Allagan-made prison now for 5,000 years, his primal desire for justice swelling in magnitude with each passing millennium. Through an unlikely alliance with the 6th Imperial Legion, you and your companions were able to prevent a catastrophic awakening orchestrated by the demon's thralls. But your work is not yet finished. Honor the sacrifice of Regula Van Hydrus and remove the threat of Zervin from this world once and for all. See you, dude. Good luck finding a party. Still got another minute.
There's been enough sacrifice for one day. We must take the chance we've been given and defeat Zervan now.
You said it. Whew. Alright, here we go. I don't think I'm gonna do my opener just yet. Initiating final disengagement sequence. All non-combat personnel are advised to evacuate. Mine age of slumber is at an end. 1,000 suns may set, but the insult of mine imprisonment hath been etched upon mine eternal memory. You mad, bro? I am come to mete out justice, to bestow the blessings of victory unending. I am Zervin. Clearly, he who standeth above all other gods, he who shall bring slaughter and ruin. Disengagement sequence complete. Subject Zervin is released from containment. And that he is. Jesus.
Good and evil, the war eternal. My house is fled.
There goes my opener. He fucked off. Oh shit! Should have gotten out of that one. I was like, what the hell's wave cannon? I forgot. By sorrow's shield doth all become ice.
I shall rise above all. Bear witness to my will.
I was afraid I was gonna kill him too fast and he wasn't even gonna do this. Frozen in time, mine armor of flame. Something. Oh, unto eternity's end, my righteous reign.
Bow to my infallible judgment.
He burned me and then he froze me. That's cruel. Damn. He fucked me up. What manner of mortals withstand such punishment? By battle then shall your fate be decided.
In endless torment.
That did not match what he said. Raven in flesh, the brand is awoken. Suffer in endless torment. You first. And if such is my fate. And there he goes. That guy was impossible for me to beat alone like that. As a level 80 Dragoon with the full Crypt Lurker gear set. I would always get him really close to death and then I would die. Just didn't have enough health, not enough DPS, defense, all that stuff. Endwalker comes out, I get to level 90, along with level 90 gear. He's a piece of fucking cake. It's amazing what just 10 levels and roughly 100 item levels will actually do. How much of a difference it makes. Actually, it's not even 100. Not even. But it makes a difference, folks. 10 whole levels and a bunch of item levels later, and suddenly he's fucking trash. Still probably can't beat the extreme version though. Not by myself. Incredible as always, Leon. Hopefully that will be the last our world sees of the likes of Zervan. Yeah. Every one of his thralls has been slain as far as we can determine. Our victory over the Warring Triad is complete. Also, that's the first time we got to see Mericidians, of a certain type anyway. The Centaur people that we fought in the cutscene. Until we actually get to go to Mericidia, we won't get to see those character models again, presumably. An impossible feat had we not been blessed with your cooperation. Let us not forget the efforts of Regula Van Hydrus and his men. Without their noble sacrifice, the demon would have awoken far sooner and possessed of far more formidable energies. The bodies of the fallen now accompany the survivors on the return journey to Garlemald. It is known that the Imperials recognize no god, yet they would honor the dead in their own fashion. Right. And when next we meet, our fleeting alliance will surely be forgotten. It was an interesting exchange, nonetheless. They spoke of their present ruler as a man who values self-sufficiency. Varus befriended Regula in their youth, it seems, and was highly impressed by his martial prowess. It is common knowledge that Regula's rise to legatus was in great part advocated by the Emperor himself. Regula freely admitted his shortcomings when it came to politics, and it was Varus's unconditional support that served to win his undying fealty. One does not expect such tales of comradeship to lurk beneath the Empire's iron exterior. Yeah, the more you know. This storyline just served to humanize the Garlean Empire a little bit, as well it should. We can't just think of them as nothing but pure monsters. They do have their reasons for what they do, even if they are unjust to the rest of the world, but they're still just people, like the rest of us. Contrary to all expectations, the man died a hero. Witnessing the way you all leapt into danger without hesitation, it would seem I am surrounded by heroes. Don't be so hard on yourself, Nikolai. I knew he was going to say this. And yet, my own actions were aught but heroic. I have not the qualities nor the character to stand at the Warrior of Light's side. What a curious thing to say. Are you truly concerned that you do not measure up to some arbitrary requirement? If you knew of the path I walked to reach this place, then you would understand why I doubt myself so. Return with me to the Rising Stones, and I shall tell you of it. With your victory over Zervan, the Warring Triad is finally defeated. I am afraid, however, that mine own efforts have often been more hindrance than help. You and your fellow Scions deserve to hear the reasons behind my actions. So talk, friend. That's what we do. We'll have ourselves a little sit-down. We're actually just gonna talk standing up, but... I have to wait back, I'm sorry. I promise to tell you of my journey, of who I am, and where I am from. Excuse me? Soda for you folks. The truth is, I am not of this world. Which I already knew, he told me. I was born of a different star, a child whose power of the Echo was too feeble to save his dying world. Holy shit! Those dark purple eyes. Oh, that's kinda cool. A child who, unlike you, never became a warrior of light. When all I knew stood on the brink of destruction, I was yet half grown. Had I been born but a handful of years earlier, history may have written a different tale, The seeds of other heroes that had yet to fully sprout may not have withered and perished. The star I failed to save is known to you now as the Void. We've been there before. The world of darkness? Though Leon knew not that I spoke of my homeland, I have explained to him before the cause of its ruin. A magic was devised to contain a defeated primal's might within a stone known as Auracite, and the energies which bled from this imperfect vessel gradually corrupted the champions who wielded it. Yeah. These heroes became slaves to an insatiable hunger for ether, eventually transforming into hideous fiends, and none who clung to the faint traces of light were strong enough to oppose them. The demons next turned upon each other in a war which drained the land's ether in ever greater amounts until one day the star was suddenly swallowed in a flood of darkness. An entire world unmade in an instant. The void scent you encounter here in this realm are the twisted remnants of once mortal beings who gnaw on what motes of life force remain. And as I lay dying, beaten and broken in my failed last stand, was a white-robed Ascian who found my tormented spirit and bore me away to the rift betwixt worlds. Elidibus has been my master ever since. So we've been secretly working for Elidibus then. At my mentor's feet did I learn of the nature of reality, of the existence of mirrored worlds and the eternal struggle between dark and light. Mirrored worlds. Worlds that are reflections of each other, is what you mean to say. The eternal struggle between dark and light. Yeah, just like Zervanite said, right? Good and evil, the war eternal. Ain't that the truth? It's a war that constantly wages on in the hearts of all men and women alike. War that's inside of us all. Do we do the right thing, or the wrong thing? But of course, that is also subject to your cultural values and experiences. Your upbringing has everything to do with how you decide that, so it's all subjective. Sudden and overwhelming superiority for either side will shatter the balance, and the world in question will be returned to the void by a calamity beyond imagining. So if there's too much light, or if there's too much darkness, either one. If they're not balanced, a calamity occurs, is what he's saying. And the whole thing gets turned into a void. Just like his world did. Can't have too much darkness, but you can't have too much light either. As the self-appointed custodian of this balance, my master warned me that the source, the first of all worlds, slips perilously close to oblivion. Really? In what spirit did this master proffer such a warning? A benevolent gesture? Or veiled threat? Well, it explains why Elidibus is kind of ambiguous towards us, in a way. He doesn't directly oppose us as vehemently as La Habrea, but, you know, he's obviously not on our side either. Still an Ascian. A very unorthodox one, that guy. To these questions and more do I mean to coax forth answers. Yet no matter his intention, that Hydaelyn doth teeter on the knife's edge is an undeniable truth. Knowing this, what choice was given you to make? I chose to join my master and act as his instrument on this star. The tragedy that befell my home cannot be repeated. I will see this world saved. And yet I hesitated at the most crucial of moments. What right have I to stand alongside a true warrior of light? In thine own words thou wert called before thy time, and I offer that thou dwellest overmuch on the question of what maketh the hero. The search for the answer leaveth thee paralyzed by doubt. Heed me, Master Anukulai. Thou needest not believe thyself a hero to perform great deeds. 'Tis the deed itself which earneth thee the hero's mantle. Aye, the ideals you hold can be less important than having the faith to act upon them. Regula's loyalty to the Emperor guided his actions until the last, and though we did not see eye to eye on many things, his final deeds can be called not less than heroic. Personally, I find that faith in my companions allows me to act unhindered by uncertainty. Fair point, yeah. Fair point, Graw. That's a good one. As long as you know you're around people you can trust, and that they're gonna have your back, and you're all of the same mind, it works. I know that should I ever falter, Leon and the others will be there to support me. Or steer me back onto the right path if needed. Exactly, hold on. Yeah! Don't mind me. Sorry. Okay. Almost sneezed. I see. In the days leading up to my world's destruction, I was entirely alone. Excuse me. I never knew what it was to have such comrades. Oh. I cannot imagine the loneliness you must have felt. But look around you now, Anukulai. You're not alone anymore. She winks at him. You got friends here. Yeah. You have friends now. Welcome to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Hey, he's a member now. We got a new recruit. So Elidibus was the one who wanted us to destroy the Warring Triad, then. I will fulfill my promise to save this world. When I stumble, I shall be glad to have your hands there to steady me. My apologies. This is difficult for me. For so long have I spoken from behind the mask. We should all feel comfortable speaking without such concealments. You're one to talk with your fucking goggles, Urianger. I should hope you appreciate the irony of that statement, Urianger. Thank you, Stola, yeah. Exactly. It's like, what? Just calling it like I see it, fool. Calling the kettle black, essentially. Wherever that saying fucking goes. Yeah, see, now it works. I guess that was just a small bug they had to fix. We made it. Interior decor. We read this one, right? I don't think I did, actually. The goddess has fallen and only one pillar of the warring triad remains. According to the records we discovered upon Sophia's destruction, the Aegon had once schemed to bring the Allagan Empire to ruin from within. The histories also spoke of her followers and how they perceived the ever-expanding Imperials as anathema to the world's balance, which is actually true, yeah. Equilibrium is Sophia's domain. Her worshippers saw the righting of the scales as their sacred duty, and thus did they resist the Allagan's invasion with holy fervor. Never mind that the summoning of an Aegon did upset their precious balance all the more. The concept of balance is, however, of great interest to my master. A world must have both light and darkness, and a sudden surge of either will endanger its very existence. Okay, so Nuclei wrote this. After everything we did, basically, he would write a new chapter. Upon our first meeting, my master spoke thus. I am not the light's servant, but for the present I must serve. One cannot arbitrate equilibrium if one is not fluid of stance. So Elidibus was basically saying he doesn't usually serve the light, Hydaelyn, is usually what they refer to when they say this. But sometimes, he's got to be flexible. It's required of him to do what he needs to do. The tenets of our justice are found not in light nor darkness, nor the grey shades in between. We but seek to enforce that which prevents the visitation of oblivion, to moderate the endless waves of war such that neither side claims victory. That is our charge. I'll read that again. Yeah, so they want to prevent darkness or light from prevailing completely. They want to keep things in balance. Chaotic balance. The followers of Zervan were broken from their slumber, likely the doing of Sophia's worshippers, and immediately began attempting to rouse their master in the fullness of his power. We found ourselves in an unexpected alliance with the forces of the 6th Legion and rushed inside the research facility to put a stop to the Thrall's ambitions. Although we succeeded in this initial endeavor, the effort cost the lives of many Imperial soldiers, including that of Regula Van Hydrus himself. Seizing the opportunity their sacrifice bought for us, the Warrior of Light led a company of Echo-blessed champions against the half-woken demon and cast down the final pillar of the Warring Triad. Echo-blessed champions. So yeah, that's corroborating the fact that whenever you recruit people through Duty Finder or just find party members outside to help you with a fight against the Primal, the adventures that help you, your friends, your character's friends basically, are also blessed with the Echo, hence they can resist the Primal's influence. In that sense, you can regard all of your friends as Warriors of Light just like yourself, or your character, but they only refer to your character as the Warrior of Light in your story. Even though that in and of itself kind of settles it that there's more than one. Again, they said Warriors of Light when they talked about the ones who survived Cartano thanks to Louis Suave, so... Upon discovering the flaws apparent in the Allagan's technology, the Legatus chose to abandon its acquisition and looked to recruit the aid of the Scions with nary a moment's hesitation. His was a decision motivated not by glory, but by loyalty to his Emperor. Above all, he strove to enforce the will of his childhood friend and ensure that the primal threat hanging over this star would be eradicated. Over the course of our quest to eliminate the Warring Triad, the meddling of the Garlean Empire has been our greatest obstacle. That an officer so lofty within its ranks should recognize the danger and make such a rational choice is a significant development in our war against the Primals. Not to mention, I just realized I forgot to talk about this and nobody else commented on it either. His life was saved by the guy he tried to kill. He plotted the assassination of Regula Van Hydrus using me as the assassin, of course. And the irony is that that guy sacrificed himself to save his life. Anukalai's life. I mean... That's gotta make him feel weird, huh? Let's continue. Ere the star upon which I was born became the void, the champions who lived upon it chose to embrace self-destruction rather than cease their internal conflict. They became lost within their own ambitions, strangling the life from one another even as a flood of darkness swallowed them whole. Here on Hydaelyn, the power of light is not so feeble. This world will survive while the balance holds, but we must also take care that the scales do not swing too far in light's favor. As we fight on the side of light, we must trust that our companions will steer us away from the lure of extremity. and help guide us along the narrow path to salvation. It is the actions of men such as Regula Van Hydrus that give me hope that the future of this star is not beyond redemption. Well spoken. Well spoken. And that takes care of that. Now we can officially head back to MSQ. But, not really. Debated, because there's one more side quest storyline that actually ties in greatly to MSQ and what's happening right now. The massive civil unrest in Ishgard. And we gotta do that next. Question is, do I start it now or tomorrow? Yeah, if I'm not compulsive, I can just start it now and then stop once the hour hits the time where I gotta go. And that's fine. You might be wondering what the hell I'm talking about. Well, it's this. Saint Endelim's Scholasticate. The dreadful truth behind the Dragon Song War laid bare by the Warrior of Light, the Ishgardian populace was cast into confusion and despair. The entire basis of their history and faith shaken to the core. In these uncertain times, even the young students at this storied academy cannot avoid being embroiled in a web of uncertainty and intrigue. Everything it just said right there for the description is, you know, what just happened in 3.1's MSQ that we just did before we could do the Warring Triad. Exactly what it's describing. The turmoil in Ishgard from people not knowing who to follow, who not to follow. That whole thing. Keeping the ledger. So I think that does start... Oh, it does start with the level 56 quest. Good. So it does tie in perfectly. I don't have to switch characters. It doesn't pull a Nukalai, where it doesn't start with you know, Bismarck and Ravana. But at the end of the day, they were optional. Excuse me. Can I use this? For fuck's sake! Fine. 1 second. Okay. Alright, what's up, buddy? Keeping the ledger. Matthew has the look of a man who has lost everything. Well, that sucks. The fuck? Fuck happened? Good day to you, sir. How may I help you? Oh, you wish to help me? Well, your timing couldn't be better. It would seem I have misplaced the record of sales for my most esteemed client, Saint Endelim's Scholasticate. Said client has requested another volume from the 72 articles of Hellenic polity. There are 14 in total, and try as I might, I cannot recall which one they specified. Surely you can imagine how embarrassing it would be were I to ask them again myself, and they in turn learn the reason why. That's why I need you to go in my stead. No need for overt inquiries, mind. Just make small talk and surreptitiously examine the shelves to see what might be missing. Fair enough. I'm gonna let y'all know, you saw that was a yellow quest marker, right? I'm gonna let y'all know right now. Yeah, this doesn't unlock any content, nor is there any quest battles, obviously trials or any other kind of duties, otherwise it would be a blue quest icon. So, no content, like, no duties, basically. No quest battles. This is all dialogue. All of it. The whole thing. And it's not short. Do you guys normally hear? I never come by the church, so I don't know. You have taken interest in the scholasticate robes? I remember how I longed for the privilege to wear them, but now that they make a clear target for people's anger, I feel more guilty than joy. Or guilt than joy. Damn, it's a massive ass cathedral. Hey, Midgie. And that's the tribunal, right? In the vault. Okay. The 3 major seats of power, essentially. Fair enough. Being that it's all dialogue and nothing else, I don't see the point in having the weapon brandished. There's just no point. There I go again. Having the weapon brandished? I'm starting to talk like these fools. The 72 articles? Ah, I do recall borrowing a volume. Which one, I cannot say. Would that I had time to read it. Truth be told, my so-called schoolmates have kept me rather preoccupied of late. Not a day goes by without them pulling some childish prank on my dear friend Theomacent. Or Themacent? I don't know. Well, they try at least. I do what I can to see their plans come to naught. Huh, to know they will move on to become clergymen or even prelates. Or prelates, I don't know. We live in a truly unjust world. Not what you know, it's who you know, right? And be a complete asshole and end up in a place of authority, even if it's supposed to be, you know, virtuous authority. As long as you know the right people, born into the right circle of people, all that stuff. Pray keep your voice down when inside the scholasticate. Okay. It's a school. Yep. Oh, you must be the guy. You must be the new guy. Leon. Here, take this keycard. No. Oh, pardon me. The 72 articles? Why yes, I've been poring over volumes 12 and 13. The subject matter is quite dense, hardly something that could be handled in a single sitting. If you have need, I could bear to part with them for a short while. No? I see. In that case, I shall continue my studies. Okay. Hey, what's up? You are studying the 72 articles as well? Huh, I suppose that makes one of us. I require Volume 4, but it has yet to be returned. It outlines the canon laws of the Ishgard Orthodoxy. In truth, these books are all rather dense, especially after the 11th volume. You must memorize the teachings of the 4th to set a foundation for everything that follows. Lei was the last to borrow it as far as I know, but he's been so busy of late. Something about helping children being bullied. If he is truly so busy, I wish he would at least return the book to us. Orthodox Doctrine. We find Volume 10 lying on the table. Arkham Bottom. Hey, been a while, buddy. Ha! A lowborn stumbles into the Scholasticate and thinks himself qualified to study Orthodox doctrine. How droll. Our facilities are reserved for those who have potential, like myself. I'll have you know that I'm working through the final volume of the 72 articles. A simpleton like you could spend a lifetime in study and fail to comprehend a single word, I expect. But don't let me dissuade you. Start with Volume 1 and mull over the first few pages for a year or so. What a prick. To quote Carlos, actually, from Resident Evil 3 Remake. Wow. What a douche. Find Volume 6 on the shelf. I feel like I'm in the Shinra building in FF7 right now, organizing books in the library to figure out some puzzle. Sifting through books. You find a listing for volumes 1 through 9 on the shelf. However, volumes 4 and 6 appear to be missing. That coincides with what some of them are saying. Hold on, I didn't talk to that guy, but what did he say? Fury, take me. Must we revise the entire curriculum? What do you do here? Though I do still teach on occasion, my primary responsibilities are now administrative, as I serve directly under Headmistress Elvain. Or Elvian. Her knowledge of the Enchiridion is without peer, and it is well that His Eminence appointed her to oversee the Scholasticate. However, owing to her age, she is unable to attend to all her duties. Her absence is felt most keenly in these chaotic times, when we must reevaluate the veracity of our entire doctrine. When seminarians and clergy dare not travel unescorted for fear of coming to harm. Oh, by the Fury, when in the hells has my nephew got to? What kind of place is this? St. Endelim's Scholasticate is where God-fearing men and women come to seek a proper theological education. Church school, yeah. Makes sense? Traditionally, our seminarians would be expected to study a diverse range of subjects, from the fundamentals of Ishgardian theology to the intricacies of canon law. However, due to the recent revelations concerning church doctrine, we are currently re-evaluating our entire curriculum. Yeah, man, it was all built on lies about how the Dravanians started this war when they weren't. I'm sorry that I had a hand in that. I ended up causing this problem for you by exposing the truth of your religion and beliefs and all that stuff for Ishgard. I ended up turning everything in your life upside down onto its head. Now you have to revise your entire curriculum thanks to me. I'm sorry. I really do apologize for that. At this point in time, it is difficult to say what changes will be made. At the very least, I should expect the Trivium and the Quadrivium to remain, but the administration is somewhat divided on other subjects. I have no doubt that the headmistress and I are sensitive to the people's concerns. We wish only to educate and guide them. As long as you actually mean that, unlike that church asshole who threw a small girl off the fucking roof. Fool. Real quick. Nothing ever takes you in here, I think, though. That's a statue of Halone the Fury, right? It's such a beautiful place. Here are all the people, you know, praying. Back from the Scholasticate? Good. So which volume are they missing? It could have been volume 6, but I think somebody else said they might have had that one. Let me see. Let's see my chat log. You find a listing for volumes 1 through 9 on the shelf. However, volumes 4 and 6 appear to be missing. And then when I talked to those guys, I checked other places. You find volume 6 on the shelf. That one's fine. 10 was lying on the table. That's about it. The other people told me the rest, but I kind of forgot. So 6 and 10 are fine. 1 through 9 are fine. Although 1 through 9 were fine. 6 is fine. So that means volume 11? Or 8? Are unaccounted for unless I'm misremembering what one of them said. Oh, 14th is an option as well. I didn't commit to memory which one, so I guess it's time to do trial and error. My first guess is 11 then. Ah, volume 11! Yes, that's it, I remember now. Phew, my business and reputation are safe thanks to you. First fucking try! Some part of me must have been paying attention and remembered what the people there were saying. As I'm sure, because I had a gut instinct, I was like, it's volume 11. That's the one. That's the one that nobody said they had or we couldn't find anywhere. As I'm sure you can imagine, falling out of their good graces would bode ill for business. The Scholasticate is the cornerstone of education within the church, and all members of the clergy must pass through its doors. With but a word from the headmistress, I could lose everything I own, or worse. But thanks to you, my good sir, my business is safe. You've helped me more than you'll ever know. Glad to be of service. Contradicting convictions. Ah, my dear sir, how fare you these days? Can't say business has been well myself. As you are aware, the church is in a bit of turmoil and it's taking a toll on my profits. Unrest is understandable, yet there are many who are using confusion to take out their anger on my best customers. Now, I'm not one to get mixed up in politics, but the students of the Scholasticate pay good gill for tomes and feathered quills. One made a request that I'm wont to oblige in order to keep the coin flowing. On behalf of her peers, she told me that some disagreeable folk have been following some seminarians back to the cathedral, hurling all manner of insults. Easily singled out by their uniforms, they don't feel comfortable walking out in the open these days. And that includes around the crozier. If you're inclined to keep an eye out for those who would try to harass the students, I'd ask you to make a round near the road to St. Raymondaud's Cathedral. If you see anyone starting trouble, do what adventurers do best. You know, break it up. Keep the peace. Look intimidating. Wait, he said he wants me to look intimidating? I mean, it doesn't really work, but it's as close as I can get. Hopefully the sun or some kind of light is shining in the glasses and causing a reflection so they can't see my face. Then that'll be as good as I can do for intimidation, though it's still not a lot. Spineless seminarian. We understand his grievances, but we are mere students of the Holy Word. Sir, can we not discuss this like civilized men? Okay, what the hell's going on? Impertinent pauper, what's up? Our lives are hard enough without some fresh-faced seminarian rubbing salt into our wounds. Will your precious words repay us for what we've lost? Will they bring back the dead? No, of course not, but as a pupil of the Scholasticate, I cannot forsake the teachings. If you give the book back, I am certain I can show you the proper passage to provide succor in your time of... How dare you! As if the lies in this book will keep us warm at night. Better to destroy it than be destroyed by it. Sir? Sir! I absolutely cannot allow you to take that particular tome. Come back! Is he really going to... Oh no. You're an adventurer, aren't you? Please, will you help my friend get his tome back? We were on our way back to the Scholasticate when that man accosted us. It has become an unfortunate occurrence these days, but this is the first time someone went so far as to make off with one of our books. Theo Macent may mean well, but I fear he will get caught up in a lot more trouble if they outnumber him. I'll go and get help. Alright, I'll see what I can do. Which way did they go? Thought that was an NPC until he started running like that. Foundation. Somewhere over there. Oh, I was better off going back to the Aetheryte then, Jesus. Fuck this. Hella fast. Almost sneezed. I'm warning you, you'd best not meddle with what you don't know. Oh, me? But that's what I do, I'm an adventurer. I stick my nose in people's business all the time. Other people's business. Mission is to protect you. See? The sunglasses, they add something. They add a little bit of an intimidation factor to me. Well, what have we here? Any ideas on what to do with these two, Ben? Ben? Is that you? My goodness, what are the chances of meeting at a time like this? Please, I would appreciate it if you would ask your friend to produce the tome he has taken from me. Well, well. Fiumbacent, it's been a while. Careful now. I was in the mood for some light reading, but if you or your friend so much as take a step, your precious tome goes up in smoke. Ah, the Parables of Saint Danaphin, sorry. The Parables of Saint Danaphin. I know this title. It's the ones we were read as children. I recall Father Chasseau gave you his own copy before you left the room for your higher learning. And you know how much it means to me. I made a promise to him to keep its lessons dear to my heart, and I have kept it with me ever since. All the more reason to burn it. To scatter the ashes in your dreams along with them. Bucket of crabs over here. He taught us three the same. Why was I left to rot in this wretched place? Why not you or Lay? What made you two so bloody special? This is what inequality produces, friends. Put the book down, Ben, or I'll see you burned as well. That's the third person they were talking about. Of all the people... You'd best watch yourselves. The world is changing and we won't listen to your lies anymore. I'll make sure of that. Oh, he threw it in! Don't burn yourself trying to get it out, though. Oh! Oh my god, it meant that much to him. Jesus Christ. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Crimson. Sacrilegious bastard. Been badly charred. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid you won't get much out of it now. Where's that quote from? Worry not, Lay. I have already committed the entire text to heart. I am just happy it has been returned to me. Damn, he has the whole thing memorized. Typical. I shouldn't let him off the hook so easily, you know. Were it not that I pity him, I'd hand him over to the Inquisitors without a second thought. Yeah, but how much more authority do they still have in these times? Excuse me? You came to help me, yes? Were it not for you, I am certain they would have turned their hatred towards me soon after. I wish I could pay you for your services, but I'm afraid I live on but a meager stipend. Hardly enough for candles and ink. But if you would be so kind as to tell me your name? It's Leon Starcrest. Pleasure to meet y'all. A moment of silence. Master Starcrest, I am sincerely grateful to you for your protection. I may not have much in the way of coin, but if you are ever in need of spiritual enlightenment, that you need to look no further than the cathedral. Alone's blessings be upon you. Yeah, it's no problem, dude. What does one do with a smoldering tome of parables? Will they struggle to abide the lessons of its now blackened words, or rise from its ashes? This answer I eagerly await. Whenever they don't want to reveal the identity of a character, they use this. The last time we saw that character model was in the Hildebrand questline in A Realm Reborn, when they're trying to keep someone in the shadows so that even the player can't see or tell who it is. But they still want to show like a close-up of them talking to themselves or something. They use that character model now. Fucking mannequin, basically. It's all shady. So my first time through this, when I saw that, I was like, oh shit, it's gonna be some other mystery whodunit thing, just like the Hildebrand stuff from Realm Reborn. Which I got excited, because I like that shit. Detective investigative shit like that. It's cool. We'll take a break at this, when I turn in this quest, because I'm going to sleep after this stuff. But yeah, that was my favorite thing about Hildebrand in A Realm Reborn. Was the whole whodunit detective thing. I like stuff like that. reminds me of this one anime from a long time ago. I think it was called Detective Conan or something. It was a lot like that. It had goofy, quirky humor, but at the same time it was, you know, it had mystery stuff to it. It's really cool. I like that kind of stuff. I'm thinking of a live-action TV show I saw. Oh, True Detective is another good one. That's a live-action TV show here. Starring, what the fuck was his name? I forgot. That's a Western show, of course, though. Oh, thank goodness. It's just an adventure. I beg your pardon, but with all the violence in the streets, I find myself all too wary of those who approach me. Yeah, you have good reason to be worried, yeah. Especially dressed like that. You returned, and not a moment too soon. The students seem less anxious, and business has nearly returned to normal. I presume you found who has been harassing them? Oh dear, not again. Where are the patrols when they are needed? They've been spread thin, from what I hear. Fortunately, this gentleman was willing to lend a hand. I thank you for looking out for the well-being of our pupils. I am Sister Gaeta, maybe? Yeah, of St. Endelim's Scholasticate. I fucked that one up. And might I ask your... Oh dear. I know your face. You are Master Starcrest, the one who had a hand in revealing the true history of the Holy See. Yeah, that was me. What? By the... You mean to tell me I've been tasking the Master Starcrest as my errand boy? And you accepted it with such grace? Alone herself could not have arranged such a curious encounter. On the contrary, I believe our meeting is the product of intervention most divine. Master Starcrest, if you would be so inclined, I would like to take you to meet the headmistress of our humble Scholasticate. Okay. Just a book, you pussy. You put it in quotation marks, so I'm wondering where that's from. By your deeds was light shed on certain inconsistencies in Ishgard's history, and to a lesser extent the Church's teachings. Needless to say, the resulting controversy has strained the relationship between the people and the clergy. Yeah. I know. I plunged this nation into chaos, bordering and teetering on civil war. And now me and Emmerich are trying to stop that. Well, I'm mostly helping Emmerich essentially stop that, me and Alfina. The foundation of our great city-state rests upon the wisdom of the Enchiridion. Alas, the lowborn in particular have suffered greatly as a result of erroneous interpretations. Some have even begun to wonder if all our precepts have been thus distorted. If all our precepts have been thus distorted. Probably. We of the Scholasticate are wont to reflect upon these revelations deeper than most. Although we live as scholars, we had grown complacent, accepting a single interpretation set forth by the Archbishop and his predecessors. True enough, true enough. Although we are openly re-evaluating our teachings, our students continue to be targeted by those who feel they have been deceived. As you yourself have no doubt seen, there are those who would rather purge the city of all clergy regardless of their guilt. Which isn't fair, yeah. A lot of innocent people who were just doing what they thought was right. Not fair to them. But with you on our side, surely those miscreants would think twice before harming our students. Pray come and visit our halls. I am certain the students would be put at ease to see you again as well. Okay. Benefits of consultation. Oh, shit! Who could that be? We were just talking about Hildebrand, too. And that's not Hildebrand. But it's someone who we met alongside him. The glasses. He is using his middle finger, by the way. I'm not just trying to flip you guys off. He's actually... Except I need a light to shine on my glasses so you can't see my eyes when I do that shit. But, you know, either way. Regardless of whether their eyes are concealed or not, they're always closing their eyes just to be all pompous about it, right? They're just like... Benefits of consultation. Inspector so-and-so. Consulting Inspector so-and-so. Who could that have been? Also... As tempted as I am, I'm not gonna do it because it defeats the purpose. Alright, folks. Well, there's your teaser, that little picture. And my little hints about who we're gonna meet on this little journey, but this journey will continue tomorrow. So I'm going to bed. Keep up the good work. Just hammering away. Crafting whatever they're crafting. Oh, it's a rare sunny, well, semi-sunny-ish day. Sunny-ish day. Day! Ish day? Day? That's her name, Riel. Yeah. So, Riel's mom and the psychotic look on her face when she said she'd never give up chasing us down until she killed Riel. I forgot her name, but when her mom had that psychotic look, like when that guy on the vault's roof, he threw that girl off. His face looked just like Riel's mom, right before Sudoku chopped her head off, you know? It was the same psychotic religious fervor, the same fanaticism. Also, I didn't say anything during the actual scene, but when we wrapped up the Warring Triad storyline, and we saw Onukalai talking with Elidibus, he had a really cool looking fucking outfit. Not like that simple white hooded robe that he had on when we were talking to him. We only got to see the back of it, but I was still like, yo, why doesn't he wear that? It looks fucking cool. Shit. I forgot about that. Okay, well, there, I got it out of the way. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and all my non-binary pals, this is where I bid you farewell, as usual. Yeah, not much else to say. So we're gonna continue the St. Endelim's Scholasticate or whatever tomorrow. But until then, as always, I appreciate anyone who came by to watch. Thanks Crimson, Deathwing Duck, and now even Alicia. Alicia, I thank you very much for coming to watch. And I know she's already gone, but okay, so anyway, sorry, my mind's all over the place. Anyway, yeah, so everybody watching in the future on YouTube and Twitch, again, I always appreciate all the support, likes, follows, and all that stuff. And as always, please take care of yourselves, stay safe out there, look after one another, and until next time, please have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. We'll see you all then. Peace.